Welcome back to the Cinemassacre podcast. I'm your host, James, coming at you from the nerd room, and I got Justin and Ryan over here at the Screenwave office.
Hey, how's it going? I guess I'm a guest this week.
Yeah, you're finally a guest on the Cinemassacre podcast.
It was a long journey from this chair over to this chair.
Right, because every week you do a podcast with Mike.
But I made it safely. And I'm happy to be here, James. I'm sorry we couldn't be together in one place for this.
So we're going to talk some, movies we've seen, games we've played, some fun stuff. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kieran, and I'm here to talk to you about wallets. Ditch that old wallet. Get rid of them bumps in your pants and sandwich up to 12 cards and a whole bunch of wild style. This wallet is awesome. So, hello wallet, I'm glad you're here. And they don't just make wallets either. They make other things. The bolt action Ridge pen. You want to write stuff? Make people go, man, that's a guy who has something going on. You write with this, people will go, wow! And you may be saying, Kieran, you seem to really like these products, and I do. But so do 40,000 others. Cinemassacre, and use our code Cinemassacre for 10% off your order.
Ryan, this is the first time we've been in a video in quite a while. So, yeah, why don't you tell them about, what you do and, how long you've been working with me. It's been how long now? 15?
About 15 years. It has been crazy. The first video I appeared in was the CED video.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I had no intention of being in the video.
You were just there. And
yeah, I guess I was working on the servers because at that time I was working on the Cinemassacre website and the servers were actually in James's basement. We've gone a long way from that. But
I would come from time to time.
And James and Mike decided they were going to shoot the video about the CED.
Which is a outdated video player. It's a video disc player that only existed for a few years in the early 80s.
I was listening to them talk and I'm like, oh, I know what this stands for. And I couldn't help it. I'm like, it's a capacitance electrons disc.
I don't know.
I never know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
definitely one that comes up from time to time. Here's where Ryan came from.
Oh.
There's an electric charge that is run through it.
That's funny because I almost forgot about that.
Right.
It was part of a series we did of we did Laserdisc and 16 millimeter film and stuff like that.
Yeah, you and Mike both have pretty crazy collections of outdated media formats.
But no one's putting anything on Laserdisc anymore. I guess all the facilities are gone or whatnot. But I was like,
I wonder if there's even a factory that can make it. Vinyl was waning in popularity for decades, but now vinyl is a hot format. It's they're actually building new vinyl plants to make more vinyl because everybody's
in fact one burned down or something and it ruined all the vinyl producing for the whole country.
The last vinyl that I bought was the 9 Inch Nails Quake soundtrack.
There you go.
But I got it on vinyl on Black Friday. It was they had Black Friday releases. They do Black Friday.
Oh, cool. I actually bought a cassette the other day.
Oh, nice.
Talking about outdated.
But yeah, I guess to get back on topic, we were talking about outdated media and also you doing stuff with Cinemassacre, and we've made a lot of outdated media constantly.
Right.
So I guess keep going with that. You were talking about the CED.
So I was working on the CED video. I was always working on Cinemassacre on the website. Yeah, so yeah, I've been working with James a long time on a lot of different things. That was the first time I really got into big shipping, pallets and pallets of discs.
Yeah. I remember when we were starting all that, I'm like, oh, that shit is not coming here. I'm like, we need somewhere where all that goes.
Yeah, right now, just AVGN and Cinemassacre stuff is probably 8. Actually, what I'm working on now is we announced that the AVGN 1 and 2 Deluxe was coming out physically on PS4 and Switch.
Yeah, we've been sleeping on that for a while.
But we're announcing Mike and I and Megacat Studios have been working together on an NES AVGN game for about a year.
Like that'll play on physical NES hardware.
It'll play on physical NES. They have the technology to make it run on a physical NES cart that actually, when you start the fight, he flips you off. It's a cool experience. And get the look and feel of the nerd down to work on an NES.
Yeah.
It's like a titanic effort. You think that the games that we made, the AVGN games on PlayStation and Switch, are developing an NES game is so different from anything that I've ever done. There's so many limitations. There's so many things you have to think about. We're trying. Our goal wasn't just to make an NES game. It was to make a good NES game. And those are two very, as you know, having played a lot of bad NES games, you know, trying to make a good NES game is a major challenge.
I can imagine. I would never make one myself.
It's kind of like a spiritual NES successor, kind of.
Yeah.
We are thinking about 3.
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations about 3. We're going to get this NES one out. We're going to get it up and running.
And then figure it out.
And then we're figuring out 3. But, you know, the plans we have, like with the technology for 3, it's going to be really cool when we do make it. Be really cool.
Are we going to see
AVGN
3 and when?
Well, I can't really say anything about
AVGN
3, and when I do, I'll certainly talk to the BBC about it.
Is it in development, then, I take it, then?
When I have something to talk about, I'll be happy to talk.
No,
Yeah, so Justin is, you know, one thing a lot of people don't know about Justin is he's an amazing product. Mm-hmm. It's funny how much work goes into little details, like how much white space you have and all of that. You know, Justin...
I helped design the BFG edition.
Okay, yeah, I can hold this.
And what I'm excited about with this one is we finally put out the Disc 9 edition, which you know finishes the box for the time being.
I'm going to share a little secret with everybody. If you look inside the box here, there's a little shit pickle.
A lot of people on the website said, that looks like crap. I'm like, yeah, because I made it. It was so complicated before. And then, you know, James, with the Screw Attack versions and the regular DVDs and the Blu-rays, it gets a little confusing what's where. So we just put it all in one place.
It's the BFG of Blu-rays, the big fucking group of Blu-rays, and you add a few more onto it, and there's spaces for one more of these, and it makes sense, and it's easy, okay? I'm sorry.
There should be an angry video game nerd chronologically confused about the DVDs and Blu-rays of the nerd.
That would be
Buy
fun.
it physically.
That is a good idea. Yeah, because it was like here is the so it's like this has an end, but it could be renewed. You know, but then that's another thing to mention is that we're working on the website too. The website had a major revamp recently. It looks great now because a lot of people have been asking me like, hey, you know, the website's kind of like you haven't touched it in a long time, but now we've like put a lot of the old videos back on there. Oh yeah,
This is nice. It's an actual Cinemassacre podcast about Cinemassacre.
Whoa.
oh
I guess we can move over to the shit section of the podcast.
Yeah.
yeah. So what should I do with this information in my brain before I forget about it? I actually played Metroid Dread a little bit.
This is Nintendo games. Most are very easy.
Yeah.
Metroid Dread is not an easy game.
Yeah. But I also get lost a lot, but I've put in like maybe 3 hours so far.
Yeah.
In total. I've twice had to look at a walkthrough just to get past a part where I was stuck.
Oh, come on. I think they did a good job of constraining you.
Mm-hmm. And well, considering Metroid is a Metroidvania game, do you hear about that? Did you know that?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, Konami. I have a big idea for you, Konami. Make a game in a big castle. Thank you. I'll take my check now. I don't need anything.
Well, that's the way I am too. Like I can read stuff phonetically a lot, but I can't.
Yeah.
So there's another game I played called Donut County, and
so what happens in Donut County?
you play as a hole. your character is a whole. Like you actually kind of feel like the whole suck down, like wiggle into it, and you have to kind of move it around.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, or put things in holes. Yeah, and it's good to see Neil Patrick Harris back in it doing stuff. Because he's in the new Matrix movie that's coming out in
I want to see that. So a lot of people told me if you liked Breaking Bad, you got to check out Better Call Saul. But I was like, I'm fine with that. I'll check it out. It's been a while now since I've seen it, but I caught up when like season 4 was going on, I think. So now I'm all. But anyway, I saw Better Call Saul, and I hate it, but oh my God.
Actually, yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah.
So for me lately, I haven't really been playing much. I don't think so too much.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And my first Blu-ray was Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler. But I try not owning too much stuff aside from my Gengar addiction upstairs.
Right.
But yeah, I guess we'll wrap this up.
Cool.
All right, cool, guys. I'm going to get back to some nerd stuff.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it was fun having you.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Cinemassacre podcast. See you next Tuesday. Remember to like this episode, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment below.
Oh my God. Like it's like watching paint dry.